Alrighty. Ain't been on in a while. Figured I better get back to making videos. People might not want to watch me no more. As you can see, I got a pile and buckets of stuff that I hauled in. Come off of different stuff, you know, dishwashers and you name it. So we're going to work through a few of them. See, stuff like this would be easy. That's just breakable. Put it in breakage in the pile over here. Got a bucket hiding. But, you know, we're going to work through some of this mess. Today it's been raining, so we're going to clean up the old shop. We'll figure out where all my stuff's at. Alright. That's no good on that one. Take this little end off. A little bit of brass end. Put it in that stuff. Low grade wire. The power button for the dishwasher. Or actually, it's either dishwasher or one of those water filter machines. Got a bunch of low grade wire here. Clip it all off. People are like, oh, don't mess with that stuff. Well, you don't mess with it, but when you're just sitting around doing nothing, you know, you can take a chance and clip some of this off, and more productive than sitting there watching TV. That's what you'll be doing. And today's raining, so we're gonna work through a few of these. Pull all these little connector pieces off. See what kind of stuff we got going here. See what materials are in these switches. Let's see here. Now, get this one off. What's on there? Oh, okay. Do we have a needle nose in here? It's got a little nut down there, like the old radios. There we go. A little plastic. That in the junk pile. Now this, pull that off. It's like more trash. And that part is aluminum. See if we can get some of this stripped off of it here. There we go. Now, cut this little doodad off here. Throw that in an aluminum pile. And look like there's some brass in that. Let's test, make sure. Yep, a little bit of aluminum. Now is how to get that apart. Okay, there's a piece of aluminum. Gotta get the old workshop cleaned back up. It's getting pretty destroyed in here. Whoop. Come to me. She went flying. We gotta have our little piece of brass here. Figure out how to get that off of there though. Got to get her cleaned up. Alrighty. Guess I don't have my little vise in here. There we go. Test that. There's a good piece. Which I thought it was brass. You scratch it, it's aluminum. Wasn't as good as I thought it was. That sticks, that goes to the metal pile. Where's my smoke? This thing out of there. Come on. A lot of work just for aluminum, but like I said, when you're just twiddling doing nothing, might as well get it cleaned up. And that adds your pile a lot better. You can pretty much double your money whenever you go to the scrapyard. You know, all this is non-sticky, so Get the copper wire out of the middle. Get a bigger cutter than that one, better cable cutters. Cut that out. Cut that one out. Got us a little bare bright when I cut it out. And these go in, is that brass? Yes, I believe this is a brass and stainless. There's another couple of them here. Put it in brass over there. There's a little plastic one. All right, let's work one at a time. Getting distracted. I'll have to go get the rest of my tools. This stuff is stuck. I'll get my impacts and stuff like that out of here. Man, that little jewel is stuck. A little extra grip here. All right, we're going to make it where you won't turn. All right, what the heck? Somebody tighten that dude down good. All the old battery cables, new style, all the newer cars. A lot of these come off of GM vehicles. And it's either brass and stainless. Oh, no sticky, so it's all there. And where's my file? Oh well, I'll find it later. But yeah, that goes in one bucket. It's either stainless or brass. I'll go through and separate them all out later in my connector bucket. All right, what do we have here? No magnetism, just got to separate the plastic. See how that goes in there and how to take it apart. Well, that sucker just don't want to come out. There it comes. There's your piece of stainless. Alrighty. Keep working through. Now these are aluminum gaskets or aluminum sheet. Put them in our aluminum pile. You know, engine wiring harness. Now, these are fuel lines, the new style fuel lines. Nuts are steel. That's stainless. So that means I might have to get this and cut it off later. Separate those out. Check this one. Steel, stainless, stainless. Oh, wait a minute. The center is not, so that's just breakage. So we just cut this off and take the nuts loose and this out of it. Got stainless steel. Got a chunk of brass here. Got to get the little washer out of it, otherwise it's dirty brass. Got to keep them cleaned up. Scrapyard don't have to whine about it. They'll do everything they can to not have to pay you as much. A little seal like that, which that's all you got to do is pull it out to keep our brass separated. There's another one of these guys. shorter cable. But still a cable. Nothing over there. Check this one. Good, good, all good. No stick. And here's another style, which most of this is brass, but I think, actually, no, it's stainless. So that one's good to go. Let's take and cut this one piece off here. Get the plastic out of it. Find out where my cutting utensil's hiding. Thought I had everything on the table, but guess I didn't. It's under you. You were hiding it from me. Off there, they put that sheet shrink glue all over it, so you don't want to come off. Peel that dude right there off, and then we got some good brass. Clean brass. And they'll try to say, oh, that's breakage because it's got that plastic on it. And they, I don't know about you guys, but David made it to where you can't burn any kind of copper wire to get the plastic off of it. Don't know why, if it changes the structure of it, or, but they won't allow you to sell it if it's been burnt. I haven't tried to melt it down into ingots yet. I don't know how they do that one. Save up my money and get to that point. There's some more brass. Alright, take the connectors off of these guys. Remove the plastic. Get these guys off there. Pretty soon I'll have a bucket of those lying around. What do we have? Looks like a bell. Steel, steel. Even that's steel. Something good on that. Even that's steel. We got one connector here, which break that dude out. Because a lot of times on these contacts, see that little dot? Some silver there. So I always collect these. Put it in a bucket. And then that other half is connected to this one. See? Silver on that one. It goes to my other bucket. This one, I don't know if it's a connector or not. We're going to find out. That looks like all the rest of that is steel. One of these. There. See what we got in here now. What is this, a contact or not? Get it popped loose. Dang, that sucker's don't want to come loose. Alright, we'll get it with a pair of needle nose and see if we can't change his mind. There's definitely some silver in there, as I see a contact. Just got to get him out. See, a little silver. Don't take long with these little dots to get you a, ounce of silver. It adds up pretty quick. There we go. Let's check that and see if it's any brass or not. Yep. Little pieces of brass. Another little piece. And the rest of that is glued in there. It's hard to get out, but that came out. Small piece. And there's a little copper in that one. See if you can get it loose. There we go. Let's see what we got here. It looks copperish. Yeah, everything is so sticky but it. Now how do you get it out of there? Is it soldered on? A little bit, but we still got a big chunk of it off. Alright. Steel bucket. Now, get these going here. Let's try the beat of those. Want to come out that way. We'll have to chisel those out because those are pieces of brass. Connectors, steel, aluminum. All these are switches out of washing machines and all of the dishwashers. You just pop them out and cut them loose and put them in a bucket. You get a little free time, you need to start playing removal. Okay, a little Phillips. See if that helps take it apart, otherwise we're going to smash it. And it goes all the way through. Like it separates the two halves. Got some kind of switch there. Alright, well, let's get these guys cleaned up here. Little low grade wire. Alright, I got a dirt dauber buzzing me now. Rain's over with, so they're being busy building their nests. And all these connectors I'm throwing over there is little pieces of brass. Here's dirty brass because it's got a bolt stuck in the middle, but all this is still brass. There's a piece of good brass. ready to go. Didn't have to do nothing to that one. Those we'll have to play with. Let's see what's in these guys. Okay, can you switch apart? I got one part of it off, breaking it up, the other half off. Ooh, come off, but it's shot in pieces. Let's see what we got in here. Oh yeah, look, we're gonna find that piece because it's got some goodies in it. There we go. A little piece of silver. Put it over there. Let's see here. I got a couple more. And these little guys got a little chunk on them too. And all it takes is a little heat gun to pop them right out. There we go. Another one with a little silver on it. This one's good for brass. Small breakage. Most of the sensors considered breakage. Like this piece, you can take the stuff out of it, but there's so much stuff on the inside, and it's aluminum, so you better just leave it as breakage. It'll take you forever to get those apart. There we go. And that's why I take all these little, anything with contacts, push button contacts, they're going to have some goodies in them. Most of them, they'll have a little, like I said, a little bit of silver. These got to be a little bit destructive and break them up, get them apart. And there she is, a little piece of silver. Everyone's got some contacts. Depends on what kind of switch it is. It's going to have at least one in there. It's going to be some kind of contacts. Copper wears down too much, too fast, so I got to put a little dab of silver on it to make them stay together and last longer for the contacts. Otherwise, you know, your little switches won't last very long. There we go. A silver bucket. And this looks like it's going to be, come out that side. Come on. Break it out then. A little bit of brass, I think. Let's just make sure. Yep. Got good brass. Check the other one. It might have a little silver contact on it. There we go. Yep, that one's got a little silver contact welded on it. More plastic. Steel bucket. Alright, there's another one of these blinds. I've already cut this one. This is one I've already got cut. And all this metal is steel, or stainless. So we just got to get the rubber off of it. Cut this thing here off of there. That way we got good and clean. At least most of it anyway. Spread all this to get the rubber out of it. Okay. Okay, slide that guy off of there. Maybe. Come on. Hop off of it. All right. It's not being very polite. There we go. Now we just got to get the rubber off of it. All right, let's get a hold of one end. There we go. Junk pile, stainless steel pile. And this one, I'm not sure how we're going to do it. I think we'll do it this way. Screwdriver in there, get it pried apart. There we go. Piece of stainless. Slide this little rubber piece off of it. Another piece of stainless. I got a bucket over here. I've been throwing pretty much the stainless and the brass pieces in it. I'll separate it out later. There's another piece of, it's going to be aluminum breakage. There's a piece of our brass nuts. See, when I get these out, they'll look like that right there, a little piece of brass. Coils, there's a little strip of copper coiled up in those, but as you can see, they're kind of welded together. It takes forever to get them apart. Unless you got a grinder to grind them apart, it's best just to throw them in the breakage. I was gonna pull them apart. Let's see. Do I have a bigger Phillips in here or not? All my bigger stuff, I'll make a video of it because I got to get the bigger tools out and we'll do some of the bigger stuff. Right now I'm just taking the little stuff apart. Let's see what we have. Steel, steel, steel. So this goes in the steel bucket. Now, contacts. There's some contacts. Let's check for silver. Needle nose. Pull them out and we'll check them. Yes, a little piece of silver. Now you take the time to pull these switches apart. See, now that one's not. It's just a piece of copper. Got a nub on it, but it's just the copper. That just makes the contact. That'll be the negative. The ground is not as, well, I say that. The ground is where you're going to catch the arc. And the positive, because the power always goes to a ground. So you want to put the silver on the right spot so it will not just melt away. Another silver. Yep, there's another one. Get him out of there. All right. Pull these guys out. There we go. Let's check, make sure none of that is metal. There's our, yeah, see that little piece on there? I was kind of worried about that. Straighten this guy back out. Pop our little friend off, maybe. Because that one little piece is metal. Come on. All right, we're going to do it this with a pair of pliers, maybe. Get hold of that one. Get hold of that with a needle nose, so maybe I can force him up. There we go. Steel. And I believe the rest of that is going to be a nickel-plated brass. That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. So put those in. This goes in our plastic scrap pile. We had quite a bit of rain today, but it's still pretty warm, so all that accomplished was making it sticky. Humidity's up. I'm still sweating even though it's not real crazy hot. Still about 80 degrees in here. Alright, let's get some of this out of here. See what kind of silver or whatever I'm working with. Come on, you. Come out there. Let's see what's on this one. Yep, silver contact. And all it takes is a little heating torch, and you can heat them up and just flip that silver right off. Oh yeah, these are big old blobs of silver on these. It must be heavy. The heavier the voltage a switch is, the bigger the silver is going to be in it. That's the bigger blob of it. Handle the upper amperage. That one looks good to put in the brass pile or bucket. A little bit of low-grade wire here. And this is just a little electric motor. I've just been putting these in a bucket for now. Get a bucket full of them and then I'll work through them. Now these looks like to be the light out of it, but these should be brass, and they are. Pop the connectors out of the plastic here.